Liverpool on alert as Victor Osimhen's demands emerge in Napoli contract standoff. Victor Osimhen's Napoli contract is due to expire in 2025 and negotiations over a new deal have stalled, amid transfer interest from Premier League sides Liverpool and Chelsea. Liverpool and Chelsea are on red alert over Victor Osimhen's contract situation, with negotiations between the player and Napoli president Aurelio De Laurentiis reportedly difficult. Osimhen's current contract is due to expire in 2025 and he has been heavily linked with a transfer after firing Napoli to their first Serie A title since 1990 last season with 26 league goals in 32 appearances. Liverpool recently sent scouts to watch Osimhen in action during the international break, while Mirror Football understands that Chelsea are also interested in signing the 24-year-old. And, according to a report from Calcio Mercato, negotiations over a new deal at Napoli have stalled. The report states that a great frost has fallen between Osimhen and De Laurentiis, with the two parties far apart on wages. Osimhen is said to want his yearly wages to be doubled from €4.5 million, £3.9 million, to €9 million, £7.8 million. There is also disagreement over the inclusion of a release clause, with De Laurentiis wanting to set it at €200 million, £174 million, while Osimhen would prefer a more easy and cheap fee. The report adds that both Liverpool and Chelsea are waiting in the wings. It is claimed the Reds have moved decisively and made several direct contacts, while Chelsea first showed interest in the Nigerian international last summer. De Laurentiis recently spoke out about the ongoing negotiations with Osimhen, admitting he may sell the striker if he does not sign a new deal. "I have never not been calm when it comes to Osimhen, but it takes two to tango," he said. "I remain the same. If his mood has changed, then there's not much I can do about that. If after a handshake things change, that is disappointing, we take it into account, but life goes on. We have a good rapport with him, the contract runs to 2025, so there is time. Don't forget I sold Kalidou Koulibaly to Chelsea at the last minute." However, Napoli sporting director Mauro Meluso has insisted the club will not sell any of their best players in the January transfer window, meaning Liverpool and Chelsea may have to wait until the end of the season to try and sign Osimhen. "Absolutely not, the squad is very large and leaves us calm," Meluso told Sport Mediaset, as per Football Italia, when asked about the prospect of players leaving in January. "Everything can be improved, these are discussions we will have later. We will certainly get together to understand how and whether to intervene." Mohamed Salah looking to repeat Cristiano Ronaldo trick after £150 million Saudi transfer bid. Liverpool knocked back a mega-money bid from Saudi Arabia over the summer to keep Mohamed Salah at Anfield, and the Egyptian star has shown age is just a number. Mohamed Salah is primed to follow Cristiano Ronaldo's example by playing well into his 30s, with Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp talking up the Egypt international's longevity. Salah was the subject of interest from the Saudi Pro League towards the end of the summer transfer window, with Liverpool knocking back an offer worth up to £150 million. He has since scored 9 goals in his first 12 appearances of the season, keeping Liverpool in title contention and helping them put one foot in the Europa League knockout stages. When Liverpool turned down that summer approach, Salah's age was mentioned by some who felt the money was too good to turn down for a 31-year-old. However, based on comments from Klopp, the Reds' number 11 could have many more years at the top ahead of him. "Off the pitch he behaves like a grown-up man. Besides that he is just still a young player," Klopp said of the former Roma star. "It's like that. He's top fit. I think if we would really scan him, the majority of his bones are probably 19 or 20, because he just keeps himself in such a good shape. It's with game understanding. That's what we try to give young players. So, they all know an awful lot about football when they finish their career at 35, but the earlier you can get this information the more useful it is." Salah has scored 3 goals in his last 2 matches, with a late effort against Toulouse seeing him surpass Thierry Henry as the Premier League player with the most goals in UEFA competitions. His 146 Premier League goals, 144 of which have come in Liverpool colours, leave him just outside the top 10 in the Premier League's all-time standings. Former Manchester United star Ronaldo moved to the Saudi Pro League shortly before his 38th birthday. When he was Salah's age, Ronaldo was scoring at a rate of around a goal per game for Real Madrid, and the Portugal international's diet has been heavily publicized during conversations over his physical condition. Ronaldo is the top scorer in the Saudi Pro League this season, outscoring some of the league's other high-profile recruits. Even if Salah ends up concluding his career in the Gulf state, though, he has shown he can still do the business in Europe. Obviously with Mo that's clear, he understands the spaces much better, he knows how players react to him, and then if he cannot score he can still be a threat for us, and that's really super important, Klopp added. How I said, the Everton game obviously will not go down in history performance-wise, but then scoring 2 goals is massive. In other games, playing much better and not scoring but being constantly a threat, is for us as important because that really opens up spaces for all the other boys. You might be right, but I cannot compare Mo to other 30-odd-year-old players because I don't think biologically he is 30s. Jurgen Klopp sends pointed message to France boss Didier Deschamps over Liverpool star. Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp wasn't pleased that COP defender Ibrahima Konate didn't get a rest during the international break, and made a point to France boss Didier Deschamps following his side's Europa League win in midweek. Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp has let France boss Didier Deschamps know he is unhappy with his use Ibrahima Konate during the recent international break. The COP defender was left out of the side that thrashed Toulouse in the Europa League on Thursday night, having started in last weekend's Merseyside derby win over Everton. Konate was substituted in the second half of that match, having widely been considered to stay on the pitch after a second-half foul while on a yellow card. Everton players were furious that he didn't see red, and Klopp responded by immediately bringing off the ex-RB Leipzig man for Joel Matip. Having not been at his best, he didn't feature at Anfield in midweek as Klopp elected to rest him ahead of a return to league action on Sunday. And when asked by French media why he didn't feature, the Reds chief had some pointed words for his international manager. Klopp, speaking to RMC Sport, declared, "He did not start tonight. He's not even in the squad. I love absolutely everything about Ibu, but the problem is that Ibu has injury problems from time to time, and Monsieur Deschamps played him 90 and 87 minutes in the 2 games, so we've used this time now to give him a little rest. He could have played tonight of course, but he has to play on Sunday again. I told Ibu, tell Monsieur Deschamps, that's how you rest a player. Not just 3 minutes. But we are more than happy with Ibu. He's a fantastic boy and a super player, and France can be really happy to have him." Liverpool face Nottingham Forest in the Premier League on Sunday, looking to keep up the pressure on top of the table Tottenham Hotspur, following their Friday night win at Crystal Palace.